Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for episode 21 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks. I play Klik, the level 5 Tohr-Kreen fighter. I'm so excited to be back, to be the Riders of Rohan in this episode, hopefully.
Yeah!
Totally.
But before we jump into the game, we do have a couple of quick announcements. Reminder, we have merch. Support the show by getting yourself a Better Than Heroes t-shirt or a sticker. We're going to add some more to that soon. That's my job. I'll do it, I promise. If you have not already, please subscribe to our Twitch channel. That'll get you access to our emotes and our Discord. But special this month, if you want to just check out the Discord before investing any money in it, we're handing out temporary passes to come hang out in the Discord. Come talk about fan theories, yell at us for not bringing Janice on trips, and it's mostly dice. But remember, the most important thing that you can do to support the show is to tell your friends and to share our posts online. If you like the show, maybe your friends will too. Thanks for coming.
Totally. My name is Andrew Ovredahl. I play Flute Whimteaser, a.K.A. the Windrider, a human bard. And I just wanted to plug our Patreon real quick. We have a Patreon with a bunch of different tiers. We just dropped a new episode of the Later Than Heroes podcast, which is like our little behind-the-scenes podcast. You can get all kinds of juicy info about the show. And we also have a tier where you can play D&D with us. And we just played a game yesterday, and it was tons of fun. And it takes place in this very same world, so you get to see parts of this planet and this world and this campaign setting that you don't get to see in the main game, and you're actually playing it, so it's pretty fun.
My name is Jordan Dahl, and I play the Moonboy, and the Moonboy is still a level 5 Moonboy, and my question to Andrew is, when are we going to stop calling Flute a human bard, because he's straying further and further from both human and bard every day. Every time we meet him, he's like, Flute has a snake for a tongue now, and he has no reflection.
No, he still does all kinds of bardy stuff. He does a few extra creepy things.
I was actually thinking about that today. Multi-classing a bard in anything is incredibly powerful. I'm excited to hear more. But in the meantime, I would like to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Big Top Studios.
Big Top.
Doing the stuff they do, producing, studioing, making sure that we get all the bits and bytes we need to get this high-quality D&D straight to you guys' computer boxes. And thank you to Big Top. Thank you to you for coming and hanging out.
Yeah. All right. I'm Aaron Urist. I play K.A.I, the level 5 Artificer. And once again this week we're so excited to have live scoring from Jason Wardell on the synths. Ow! He's amazing. You'll hear that the entire episode. I'm so excited about it as an element of the show now, because it's the best.
So good. How good was that moment last week when it just lined up? So I've watched it like 10 times. It just hypes me up.
It's taking us deeper than I ever thought possible.
Yep. Totally. We're plugged in by the neck.
That's it. I'm flicking the lights on and off.
And we're going to get into it. We're going to watch our recap from last week, and then we're going to watch our intro video, and then we're going to play Dungeons, Son of Dragons.
That was not among the ones we discussed, and I'm so glad.
We're going. We're getting out there. Let's do it. All right, kids.
Last time on Better Than Heroes, with the party split aboard the Widower Ark, with Klik nowhere to be found, K.A.I discovered the Moonboy hiding beneath a table and convinced him to head back upstairs to find the Windrider. They snuck past an orc chef and discovered Talon, the woman with a mechanical arm K.A.I had noticed at Murderitaville, who, with a wink, agreed to misdirect the pursuing widowers. Meanwhile, Flute, held at sword point, cast a spell of darkness to bide himself some time and broadcast to everyone over the walkie-talkies that Ventress was on the Ark. K.A.I and Moonboy rushed to join him on deck. Ventress tried to convince K.A.I to join him, but to no avail. With the hostages they'd come to save, slave nowhere in sight, an intense battle ensued. K.A.I was briefly downed, but rose back up to deliver a killing blow on Ventress as widower reinforcements began arriving. Ventress is dead, but is the fight over? Where is Klik? Can the crew escape with their lives? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes!
Okay, so you all saw the recap. The last we left our crew here on top of the ship, they had just vanquished Ventress. And before we get to that, we're going to cut to just as before we kind of did Flute up top and letting that happen and visiting that moment for a second. And then we went down and visited what was happening in parallel with Moonboy and K.A.I. We are now going to see what is going on with Klik, as the amount of time that has passed since in the last episode in game was roughly, you're 6 rounds in and a couple of minutes, so less than 5 minutes has passed. So, Klik, what you see after chasing after Moonboy, you're coming through this portal through Murderydaville. You have this conversation with Valerie, and she's clearly pushing for the top, but you're the first one to go after Moonboy, who just runs off down deeper into the bowels of this gigantic ship. And as you come down, you walk down this hallway, there's a slight descent of a staircase. You see a wide open door into a great hall. And on each side of you are hallways that are clearly they look like train cars, in the sense they have like doors all the way down on each side, and these are clearly bunks to you where folks live. And so let's have you start off by doing a perception check to see if you can, as you're trying to catch up with your friend, friend Moonboy.
Before I do anything, can I use Chameleon Carapace? I've never used it before.
Sure.
So I, as a Tohr-Kreen, you have the ability to change the color of your carapace to match your surroundings. So
Okay,
I
cool.
will shift my colors just a little bit, darken and a little pebbly, so I'm a little less visible.
I didn't know she could do that.
Yeah, what?
Our homebrewed Kreen, yeah. You just like predator into the wall here, which is lit kind of by like lamps on the wall, especially in this outside bunk area that has a reddish. The walls are like kind of reddish in here, so you just kind of like go into that, and your skin absorbs the light that is hitting your shoulder too. So you are pretty well hidden. What is
Okay. The perception check is a 16.
16? Okay, cool.
Nope, 17.
17. All right. As you go into this state, and you're just kind of hanging out there for a second, you're looking for anything, any sign of your little Moonboy bud anywhere, and you don't see him, but what you do see is one of the doors about 4 or 5 doors down the hallway on your right side open up, and someone who has like a mullet and the widower symbol stitched onto like a black shirt escorts someone who is manacled down the hallway, and the manacled person is hooded and has a cloak that is covering their limbs, but over top of that cloak are clearly manacles on its arms.
So
it's leading, and it's going away from you.
Do I know how tall is the guy with manacles?
Shorter than this mulleted humanoid, and this mulleted humanoid is shorter than you. So you know that the MP, like the folks, your friends who you were trying to save, are Garlic, and Garlic is much bigger than this person.
Right. Yeah.
Swan, who is also like more broad-shouldered and taller than this manacled humanoid.
I posted a picture of Swan on my Instagram today. Razor Lou, check it out.
It's very good. I love
It's
it.
cute.
I love that picture of Swan. Atalia, who is Whoosh's assistant, the grasshopper humanoid. Whoosh, who is a teeny tiny little
I was gonna say, it doesn't
moss
match
humanoid.
the size of anybody we're looking for necessarily.
So the only one close, and who you only met briefly too, so it's the hardest one to kind of measure up, was the bush humanoid, who you met when you were with Angus, who Angus just had a quick conversation with, and this might fit it, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But it is clearly a prisoner. So what is...
This mullet dude was interrogating him to get some Marlboro Reds out of him.
I guess. Well,
It was
on,
just
man.
torturing
Come on.
him by telling him about his
I
band.
mean, if we can
you know.
get any help at all, that is helpful. I will follow them as quietly as I can.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So with no sign of your Moonboy buddy in sight, you see this opportunity to kind of maybe get a bit of information. And let's have you roll a stealth check and you can do so with advantage as
Yeah,
you move along the wall here.
Come on, dude, I'll let you go if you
Oh,
let me
nice.
get a look at that Fangoria.
Ooh, the advantage helped there. Stealth. 19.
19, all right. Oh boy, I got a roll on the dice that normally would have beat it, but it did not. So I got an 18 altogether. So that was close.
Woo!
So I know you've gotten these dice rolls have been insane. Trust me. So you
Yeah.
just I don't know. You tell me how this looks for your big old self to be camouflaged
Yeah.
down this hallway.
I stay as I think I get low to the ground. I think we move on all fours or all sixes and try and stay as low as like the profiles of the bed, and I do keep a pretty good distance, easily 12 feet behind them.
Yeah,
and
it's just
yeah,
full
just
centipede
little-
mode.
Just little centipede mode. You know what? I think she probably moves on her back 2 legs and keeps her front legs up like a centaur.
Oh yeah, like that, huh?
I think that's
Like a sort of human centipede.
like
Yeah. Oh, like
a
the
centipede.
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 stress, like the stress monster I drew for my therapist.
Centipede. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, you no problem just can kind of like stay behind him. He doesn't even look back as he's leading this being down the hallway here. And as you get to the end of this hallway, which is full of just these kind of like orangish glow lamps that are lighting up this red hallway, that is clearly meant to be comfy in some way, but has more of a seedy hotel vibe to it than more than anything else. And as you get to the end of the hallway, you see it quickly switches into a more industrial styling, as it's just like a wooden steel hallway on each side, and it quickly cuts on your right too, as you feel your body changing into this more cold imitation of what's around you. You see a plaster basically on the right wall here, and if you touch it for a second, it feels very cool. Just as you like brush up against it too, it's very like cold compared to everything else here. And they continue on. They're just like going straight down this hallway until it comes to a corner here. I have the map taped up in front of me, and I'm very excited about it. And it turns back toward the center of the ship, and is now more in an open area, so you have to stay a bit farther back. as you can see an open doorway to its left. It is taking the hidden creature into a doorway on your right if you were like stepping out into this room. And there's another doorway straight across the hall. So if you want to do a perception check to see what you can kind of like soak in here, you absolutely
At this point, I'm still actively looking for Moonboy. I think I followed them as much as I followed the hallway. But the perception check is a natural 1.
Oh boy. So you are super stressed in this moment as you like thought you had the drop on him, and all of a sudden you're basically in a 4-way stop that's like spread out of a hallway, and you are pretty certain that that might be Moonboy himself that is chained up.
Sure. So I see a figure that I think looks like Moonboy and go down the hallway through this thing and through a door.
It could be. You're not quite sure. Like, it's hard to measure the size from where you are, but there's a piece of your brain that's like, you have not seen Moonboy, and this definitely could be Moonboy. And he's pulling out a set of keys, and you hear and like unlocking this door in front of him.
Ugh. It's such a bad idea to follow them, but she would not follow them if she thought it was Moonboy. Okay. So it's a 4-way stop, and it's just like I'm in the open essentially if I go down this hallway.
It's a T, and you're coming from the bottom of this T. So like you're walking up this T, and when you peeked around this corner, there's he is taking this figure that might be Moonboy into a door here. There's an open door on this side, and there's an open door on this side, none of which are really being interacted with. It's the hook hard corner right there that this widower is taking the Moonboy figure into.
Is there anything I can do here?
This music is just
rules
pumping me up.
I know, it's so stressful.
We're going deep.
Okay. I will very slowly try and follow him.
Okay. Give me you're gonna have to do a stealth check just straight up this time, because it is a tough one.
Oh god. It's an 18?
Yeah!
God damn.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, though.
All right.
I got a 16.
Yeah, though!
I was like, I got it. This is it. Okay, this widower, as you step in the room, you see this widower begins manacling this being to the wall on the left here, and is stepping over to a door that looks like a vault door. It's like a huge, just has a big old wheel on it. It's circular as well. It's hard to see, like you can't see anything through this. And this area that you are in, it like freaks you out immediately because it's the size of like a large bathroom maybe, if that. It's just not big at all. It's clearly just this entry point. And after he manacles this figure to the wall, he begins turning it like in a combination while he has a key in there. And if you want to do another perception check to see if you can figure out if that's Moonboy or not, you absolutely can.
I will do a perception check. Oh, cool. 22.
Okay.
Nice.
It is not Moonboy. It is, and as you know this because a long beak that is jet black is sticking out from this hood that is pulled down.
Moonboy, sick!
You see black feathers kind of like down, like kind of like jetting out from this hood as well. And you then see as its manacles have been put up here and its sleeves have kind of fallen down, the end of its arms are also black feathers. Mm-hmm. And you are, it does not see you. You are just predatored against this wall right now.
I will go back the way I came. I do not like him. I do not like being alone. I am a pack hunter.
Okay.
Um,
Great. As you pull back down this hallway, I'm going to have you do one more perception check and one more stealth check. Do the perception check first. As you step out here and you can see this is clearly like more of a hub too. That's more of a, every place else has more of a single direction, and these have a few different directions. So even as you're exiting this room, you can soak things in a bit with, if you want to do a perception check, you can try and soak in a little bit more information if you'd like. Maybe, unless I lost you. Did you get me? Rachel, can you hear me? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right, hold on. We'll see.
She
If we can give it
frees.
just a second here.
This is part of it. It's an attack.
Part of the stress of it. Yeah, she's hidden from us.
Well, now apparently chat can hear her.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
While
something happened.
Oh,
while we're,
here. Oh,
Hey, there we go.
Sorry, guys, I lost connection to the site.
no, hey, do we?
oh.
But you can hear me now, yeah.
I can hear you now. Yes.
All right, great. I was gonna show chat everybody my nice map of down below, but then I've my low tech graph paper that I've.
Yeah, let us get a look at that.
Yeah.
But so Klik, as you leave this room, if you want to roll a perception check to
Yep.
soak some more in, you absolutely
The
can.
perception check is an 11.
Okay, cool. There, with an 11, you see the door on your left is some sort of dining hall, and the door on your far right, as you step out of this room, is a staircase going up. And we're going to go ahead and say that that's about, I think, I've been trying to keep track of time, and I think that's about at that point to where you hear over your walkie-talkie Flute yell, Ventress is on the top deck. What did you, if you know exactly what you said, you should say it
Yeah,
again,
that's
Andrew,
what Ventress on the top deck.
Okay. Well, we're taking the stairs. Do
Okay,
I go
cool.
Back the way I came? Or do I just go up these stairs?
No, I mean,
Nah, go
you
up
can
these-
tell me.
I-
You can tell me. You can go up these stairs if you want to, or you can go out toward the top deck.
No, I'm gonna go back the way I came. I don't
Okay.
know my way around.
Cool. So do you want to do it stealthily, or are you sprinting at this point?
No, I am still stealthing.
Okay, cool. So give me that stealth check as you're taking your time moving through here.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes, you do, absolutely.
Okay, that is a 15.
All right, cool. I'm gonna roll against you real quick. Oh boy, I got a 10. Boy. So yeah, you are able to just kind of like dodge the gauntlet that is moving through a bunch of cabin doors. Like as a widower like steps out at one point and just like goes to their buddy's cabin down the way, you're able to just like stick to the wall and not be noticed, and then kind of cut through. And then you get up there to this portal, and right as you're cresting the corner, you hear, "Oh, sick, thanks. We'll go down below and try and find them." And some of the widowers from the bar roll past you and just don't even notice you as they come. Like you see them split off, and you see that like seagull Aarakocra like trying to fly through this great hall area and like kicking tables over. And you hear this orcish voice go, "Hey, that's my soup!" And you hear just baseball bats hitting doors as you see some of the widowers just like smashing doors in and like trying to look inside to see if they can find anybody. And you're able to just whoop right through, like weave through this gauntlet to sprint up the stairs and get to the top deck. And you see as you step out, the first thing you see in front of you, the closest thing to you, are two people you recognize from the bar. One of them is the green-haired, green-robed caster who Flute filled you into. His name was Felix. And he's standing there, kind of like looking menacing at Moonboy and Flute, who are the closest to you. You can't see K.A.I quite anywhere. You can't see Ventress quite anywhere. And you also see Talon, who is this human who seems to have a mechanical arm that is very visible, and she's standing, like you walk up the stairs and she just like punches a widower in the back of the head and like knocks him out fully, and you just see him like laying there unconscious in front of you as another widower turns. It's like, what the? And with that, I would like you, Rachel, to roll initiative, as I'm going to put you in the initiative order that we're starting in the middle of round. We are starting in round 7. And you are going to be in the middle of it, and we'll find out where.
As usual, I rolled terribly for initiative.
That's good.
I have a 9.
A 9. That's good for you this time, because that means you get to go in this round. If you would have rolled above Moonboy, you wouldn't have got to go in this round. It would have, but because you did, you do. So that's great. So you are 9 in initiative. So ladies and gentlemen, we're all involved. We're jumping right back into the fight that we left you in last week.
Yes.
And it's going to start with Moonboy. Right after K.A.I had cast a fire pulse, I believe, into Ventress to knock him unconscious, down out of this fight, and quickly on his way to dying, and it is Moonboy's turn.
Is my storm cloud still present?
Say again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Sorry, say again.
Is my storm cloud still present?
It is. It is up
Would
in
you
the air.
like me to
if you'd
draw
like to
it
see
again?
No, I got you. I have learned. I'm learning this all this time, and I have a little token that is going to give you the ability to see what the radius is. Boom! There it is.
I think this one. I think storm cloud is a cube.
Okay, well, I can't do a cube, so we're still learning.
We do not have the technology.
Just so you know, I think you hold it.
I can't do a square.
Yeah.
Yes. We're learning live here on it.
Yes, we're doing
That's
it.
a big ass spell.
Wow. I was zoomed out so far I couldn't see the tokens and was like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, for such a big ship, it's kind of hidden on the map.
Okay, so I am going to. Oh God, those guys are out there.
Yeah, so just a reminder of the field here. We have
Bugger.
Felix on here. We have one of the Widower Mercs. And we have another Widower Merc who is by Talon, who she seems to be on, like taken care of. It's engaged with her. But your biggest threat on the board, unless you want to count one of the Widowers who missed every single shot it took last session, is definitely Felix right here.
This green boy?
Yeah.
But this green thing right here. But it is also clear to you as people were joining that there are definitely more people who could join this fight.
For sure.
Yeah. The Moonboy is pretty exhausted. He's died a couple of times. He's out of astral forms. He's out of wild shape, basically. If any druids know what I'm talking about. He's got 4 spells left. Wait, 3 spell slots left. And he's got this thing still up. So he kind of turns toward Felix, and he draws his sword, and it's this little silver gnomish sword, but kind of unlike the gnomish designs you see around here. And he points straight up at the sky, and he goes, "Oh no! Look out!" And he calls lightning down right in front of him. In front of Felix, right here.
Okay,
and
cool.
I will need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. It's going to be a 16.
I hate to do this. How do I calculate spell save DC? I think it's 17, but I want
It's
to make
8
sure.
plus your proficiency modifier plus your spellcasting bonus. So with druids, it's wisdom. So it's wisdom
8
plus 3
plus 4.
15.
So that's 15.
All right, he got it.
Bummer.
He got it. Yep. So he
got
is A-okay.
Okay. The Moonboy will use the rest of his turn to move down here. And I will be casting. I want to heal. Does anybody need healing immediately?
Ventress does. You should heal Ventress.
K.A.I and I are pretty hurt.
What? Say again?
K.A.I and I are pretty hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it on. I will cast first level healing word on K.A.I, and he is healed for. You know what, I'm just gonna do it on screen here.
You should also roll the 3d10 as
Ooh.
I do take half damage.
Oh, interesting. That's true. Okay. I'll do that on screen too. Look at this. Roll 20. Cool. So.
You guys is still
okay.
gonna throw up from just going through the
6 damage from the lightning. K.A.I, you are going to receive 8 HP back.
Okay.
All right, great. So yeah, Felix is managed to kind of like jump away from this, but you still see some of the electricity go over and fill his body, and you can see there's a toastiness to his green hair now.
Sure.
And yeah, would you like to do anything else?
No, that's the end of his turn. I am hiding behind a thing, right? Like, sort of. I mean, I'm blocked from view from him.
Yes, you are out of line of sight. You know, mechanically you're not
Sure.
hiding, but yes, you do have your
Right,
line of
right,
sight
right.
obscured.
Right,
You have
okay.
full cover. Yeah.
Great.
Great. And that is going to bring up Felix, who is going to start his turn by stepping here. He's gonna go there, and he's going to move toward you, Flute. And he's going to say, Windrider, you and your crew have killed the High Admiral of the Meridian Tract, Ventress. This is the last day of your lives, where you will not be famous. And these next few moments will dictate it quite intensely. I know how to get you back through that portal. If you want to leave now, it is in both of our interests.
Can I do an insight roll on this offer, or do I have to wait for my turn?
You can do an insight roll.
It's a 19.
You know him. You've heard about him. You know, you haven't hung out with him a bunch, but he clearly knows you and you know him, and he is an opportunist. So he, if nothing else, is trying to get an angle. And he could have just attacked you. He's kind of has the upper hand here, followed by everyone. So that's, you all tied. And he also got a 19. So that's what you get out of that.
And just to refresh my memory and the audience's memory, just as a question to the DM, all the prisoners we were supposed to rescue, we believe that they are on this ship, right?
Yes, you are almost certain. You have not seen them, but all of your information points toward that direction.
Okay. Yeah, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, you got a quick response to him. You don't have to get out of game. You don't have to make the decision for the whole party here, but you do have to respond to him. So, as he seems also ready to attack you too, as there's like a crackle in his hands of magical energy.
I'll lower my sword a bit, and I'll kind of give him a squint and say,
well, I'll take that under advisement, Felix.
Okay, he says, call off your friends, and I will get you out of here safely, but you have to leave right now. And he's gonna hold his action, And that's going to bring up Klik. It is your turn. You see this scene. You can kind of hear this conversation. You can hear a back and forth between him and Windrider, and like a little bit of lowering of the sword, a little bit of the dropping of the spell, but it's not completely gone. And you just emerge from this top deck, and you can kind of tell us what you do in these fractions of a second you have.
Okay. So who are these guys over here? Who's this pink dot?
Pink is the woman with a mechanical arm whose name is Talon, which Klik doesn't know, but the rest of the party does. And then these two are just ye old widower mercs, and then this is Felix Green.
Yeah. Just a refresher. We know that Val's sister had a ship on this ship at some point, right? Like we know
she certainly said she did.
She mentioned a ship on this ship.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. And we don't know about the location of that ship, of course.
Yeah. You do see these two big pools of water, which you can see on the screen here, which are meant for Spelljammers to land in, and there are not any ships on them right now.
Right, they are both empty.
Oh.
Oh, God.
What are you doing?
That's such a good question. It's so scary. I will... Oh, no, that's not me. 1, 2... So, who did Moonboy just hit with a lightning bolt? Did you try
Felix,
to hit
right here.
Felix?
Green dude.
Yeah,
And
there's the closest one.
He's the one trying to make a deal. I don't feel super good just attacking him, but I just got here and they're all banged up.
In fact, I'm going to do a perception check on him real quick.
Yeah.
Nope, got a 5. It seems that he doesn't see you either, so you would have advantage on an attack against him.
I 50 feet to get to him, so I actually can't get to him.
With a melee attack.
With the melee attack.
There's another widower closer, right? It's
There's one
yeah,
right
this
there.
this grunt guy.
20. Yeah, 20.
I am going to change the tools. Sneak around this back hall, just like with my back up against the wall, and I will take a get good chop at this widower guy.
Cool. He also didn't notice you, so you can go ahead and do that with advantage when that first hit.
That is much better. 23 to hit.
Absolutely, it hits. So you just you can go ahead and do that damage as out of nowhere, this just hulking bug figure, and you can see Talon like surprised as you just kind of come out from the wall, like wielding your weapon and down into this
Like
widower.
Skin flickering like a striking octopus. Terrifying.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sneak along the back wall and I'm gonna take the spiked end and I'm just gonna gut him up the middle, and that's gonna do
Oh no!
9 slashing damage to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it just like tears a big chunk out of him, and he's clearly bleeding profusely, but he's still up, and he like cries out, and it echoes throughout the ship as he like kind of turns around and trying to defend himself to you. So you have another attack if you want to use it, but
I have another
Klik's
attack,
here.
and and I am mad. I found my friends, and they are hurt, and I'm gonna spin my Gitska around my head and take a chop at his head with the hooked end.
Sounds like someone getting cliffed.
And that is a 26 to hit.
yeah, also hits.
And the damage on that one is again. Oh no, this time it's 8 slashing damage.
With this other one, you just fully take him down as this slash, and he's trying to defend himself, and you just hit him through it as he starts to insult you, but you doesn't get the words out as you just go all the way through him and just falls down. And Talon looks over you and goes, "Damn, that's cool." She's like clearly into it, and yeah. Would you like to do anything else in your turn?
I'll shout at the deck. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah.
Not great. But that's what I got. I was getting orange peels.
Were you?
What's the Moonboy line? I played the blood price for my oranges. What? I'm sorry.
And I
By
think
name, blood oranges by deed.
I'm gonna use I'll use the rest of my action or my movement. I was here to get there, so I have another 15 feet. So I'll just move a little bit closer to Klik or Flute. I'm Klik.
It would seem as though we're not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with us.
The Widower Merc goes, man, I love the Joker.
That's Rorschach!
Okay, so that is going to... Great turn, as you just came out and murked a dude.
Yeah.
In your entrance. Just have to note that's an incredible entrance for Klik.
Melted out of the wall and exploded a guy's sternum.
Yeah, my carapace still resembles the wall, and you're like, what happened?
It's like got like paisley and a part of a sailboat on it from the wallpaper.
It's got a curtain. Yeah.
A curtain. This widower who is still up over here is going to look confused and look at Felix for direction and sees his buddy get murdered and is then going to kind of waver and shoot just quickly at Flute and try and take him down in this. And
who is the Stinger logo? That's my storm.
Yeah,
whoa, that rules.
Thank
Sorry.
you, that is the icon which the spell is radiating off of.
Very cool.
In the point of your choosing, that is the point. So the Widower actually got a 16 to hit. Does that hit you?
It just hits.
This guy's first success at the game. And he's gonna hit you with his bow here he's gonna do 4 points of damage to you. As an arrow sticks into your shoulder. Are you up?
I will use.
I have
I will
one
use,
hit point.
I will use protective shield.
Okay, cool.
I will see through Flute, and I will throw a wall of force energy in front of him, and it's a D8, so I can prevent some damage.
God, I love this. I love Klik stepping out, murking a dude, yelling "Sorry, I'm late," and then seeing an arrow fly at him, and just immediately.
I can prevent 3 of it.
It's gonna be hard to talk. You're gonna have to keep this up for the rest
I
of the
can
game.
prevent all 4, Andrew.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot
just
to add my modifier. Yeah.
this guy finally hits. He's got a good shot.
No!
Gets me dead to rights, and a psychic force shield comes up.
He watches the arrow fly over, and he sees like it about to connect with like the turned engaged Flute, and he feels joy as he's worked so hard for this career in pirating.
First time since the divorce, he thinks it'll maybe be all right.
And the arrow just nonsensically like just like melts basically from the psychic energy pulling it apart at his core. And he's going to use the rest of his movement after seeing that to run away.
Yeah, I feel like you would just quit, right? That's where the storm. That's where the
we gotta recruit
stormtrooper.
this guy.
That's where the stormtrooper puts down their gun and goes, "I think the Empire's bad."
Yeah, he's going. Ventress is down. His arrow he thought he got it. It got completely disintegrated, and he sets his bow down on the ground and runs.
No.
Hell
He gives
yeah.
up the bow forever.
Hell yeah.
And that's gonna bring up Talon, who is going to see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is gonna move up right behind Felix and look at you, Flute, and say the word. He knows she's there too. And it's now a lot of action held. It's now back up top of the initiative order, which is usually Ventress. So he's going to make a death saving throw. And oh boy, I only want to do death saving throws in situations like this, which are humanoid NPCs who
Sure.
would kind of like act like an adventurer. And I just realized with that he could get a 20 and come back up, and I did not. I got a 19. But it could happen. I just realized that. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Won't do this with monsters. Won't do this with usual people. But with anyway, it is now Flute's turn.
Flute's turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Would speaking into my Rocky Talkie take my action?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But you also get a response with your action. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to use that. Gosh, I don't know. I'll talk to Felix. I'll be like,
All right, say we take you up on this offer. We came here looking for some friends of ours. I suppose they could join us.
He goes, I don't have the power to do that. I'm not someone who can wave a wand, he says, and like makes a little magic with his fingers, and just make all of this, the ramifications of this, and he gestures toward Ventress, go away. So, sure, I can tell the story about how you trounced all of us and then got out of here quickly, succeeding in your goal of taking down Ventress, but I can't waltz you into our vault.
Ooh.
All right, well, let's go down to the portal room then.
Make a persuasion check. You can make an intimidation check too if you want to.
Don't say it like you're buying mushrooms from him. All right, let's go out back of this 7-Eleven then.
I got a 16 on my intimidation check.
Okay, he got a 15. I'm rolling
What is happening?
One under.
Under.
Oh,
19.
thank God.
One under.
You know what? Those ones that we rolled last time, remember when we rolled 4 ones in a row? Now they're being shaved off of his rolls.
I'll say to, I guess I'll say to K.A.I also, like,
Grab Ventress's body. Felix here says he'll open the portal for us.
Okay. Okay.
You're in your mecha armor.
Yeah.
We came on the ship to save these guys, right? That was why we're here.
Yes,
The whole reason.
Right, but
we have to. That's what we came here for.
We don't know where they are. We don't know how
so-
many more widowers are
I know
on this ship.
I know where a prisoner is. I don't
Just
know where our prisoners are.
Real quickly, mechanically, you all can pretty much take this round to move yourself how you please, and you can do that on the map with yourselves. And you have a quick moment for discussion as a crew of like what you want to do, as it is going to take about a round to move you all down here. So I'm just giving you that kind of like time limit, and then you all can kind of jump in as being. I'm not going to make you go turn by turn, but yeah.
Felix was holding his action and he had a spell readied. He's no longer has a spell crackling?
Yep, that spell has burnt and dropped.
Okay.
As he was just kind of holding it to if you attacked him, but he's okay right now.
And
so
just
he's chilled
to
out.
make sure I'm reading the map correctly, there are no spelljamming ships on this deck.
Correct. You currently do not see any. If you want to make a perception check, you absolutely can to see if you can kind of like see if there's anything useful on this top deck, or if you can get any information out of this like quick moment too.
Yeah.
Just
And I'll give Klik like a knowing look and be like,
Well, let's go below deck and see if Felix knows how to open that portal like he says he does.
okay, cool. So
based on based on our knowledge of Spelljammer ships, if we're not seeing one on the deck, is there not one here?
Well, let's have somebody do a perception check.
I know that there's
yeah.
lifeboats. If this big ship lands in the water, I know that there's lifeboats on the very bottom part of the ship.
Which are not Spelljammer ships. They're like actual rowboats.
Yeah, but this big ship has to land for us to use them.
And we're not landed right now.
Oh my god. Sorry, I have to interrupt to give a quick shout out to Jordan, who's in the chat, who is I'm a big fan of, and I really appreciate all the YouTube videos you make. He helps make this game possible, and he just dropped in the chat, so I just want to say hi and do a shout out. So that's all.
Yeah.
But
that's also my name.
We don't know if we're landed actually or not. Klik.
We don't know if we're
We
in
don't
the
know.
water
No one has
or
peeked
in
over
the sky.
No one has peeked over the edge yet.
Yeah. So there's these two, which Case, when you get a moment, if you could zoom out to see the whole bit of the ship. There are two big pools that are built on top of this huge ship for Spelljammers to land on, like aircraft carriers. And in the and you can see this tower that is the farther away toward the back of the ship that kind of like arches up, that has a balcony from it, that is clearly like the central hub of this ship. It's like not hard to see. And if Flute, let's have you do a perception check with advantage real quick, because you kind of like know what to look for on the ship, and you can see if there's kind of anything else that might be useful up here.
That would be a dirty 20.
You can see peeking out on each side of this tower that's back here, that's kind of the I don't know, what's it called, with the like a command tower basically on the ship. You can see peeking out on each side are moth wings that you would recognize as Ventress's ship, parked in a back section of this ship that is behind the tower. I should be able to change our Roll20 board over so you all can see the full zoom out of this amazing art.
But none of us can.
But yeah, it's up on the screen. Oh yeah, you all can see it too. You can zoom out.
But yeah, I'll tell my cohorts like,
Ventress's ship is here.
And we do not have the capacity to spell jam a ship.
Never tried.
I could give it a shot. Is it manual?
So yeah, you're kind of. I'm kind of like capping the split moment here. What are you all doing? What's the move here? You going down below deck? You wanna talk anything else? What's
There's no way to get away from the ship up on this deck, correct? Unless we spell jam away on Ventress's ship.
You don't see any other ships. You could go to the edge and investigate like how far down it is. There are definitely gun turrets that you can see, but you don't see any other ship except for this tower. And there's kind of like bustling movement all around. You see like some people at this point moving toward you a bit from the far side of the ship. It's kind of hard to see who they are or what's going on. And you're in this moment of kind of, but there's nothing else besides going overboard. There's a ship over here and there's down below.
So I guess my knowing look to Klik was like, let's get off this deck.
Yeah.
Let's go down to that room. With
This,
Felix Green.
Yeah, the Moonboy is. I would like to search Ventress's pockets. He goes over and kind of pokes him with a stick, and is like, "He's pretty dead." Oh, he looks like it.
Are you getting his body?
Yeah, if Flute wants me to, I guess I can. I'm pretty weak physically.
Oh, I thought you were really strong. Sorry.
No, everyone always thinks that.
I can go pick up Ventress.
But I will grab
But
him.
we can't carry Ventress's dead body through a
Yeah,
pirate ship.
no, we definitely can't. And I do think. See, the problem is, I think the Moonboy wants to. His move would be to rescue these people because that's what they came here for, and he needs to believe that people are good and things are good. But
yeah.
I think he's very scared as well because he knows that they're not, according to the moon, he's not supposed to be here. So I think he will pretty much follow you guys at this point.
I am pro going downstairs with and leaving the body, or maybe tucking the body under a table or something.
We gotta loot it and get the hell out of here.
Well, let's do that.
It's gonna. Like, you have to get a pretty high investigation check. This is how I'm ruling this. Is I'm kind of popping you out of initiative where there's still a threat here, so you all can interact and move. So if you want to run over and loot the body and get back, kind of like without being seen or having any baddies be a part of this, I'm going to need you to roll an investigation check, and I'm going to need you to roll high.
Okay.
So if you want to do it, Moonboy, you can do it. Kai, you can also do it because you are the closest other one to the body.
All right.
All right. And mwah, here we go.
Is there a place we can stash?
It's an
the body?
18.
Ooh.
Exactly the same. 18.
2 18s.
With an 18, you see his sword sitting there, and that's about all you can get. As if you want to dig deeper within the body, one of his hands is kind of like tucked under his body. He's holding his sword, and he has armor on that's like leather, dark armor that's very custom made, but it would take a while to get off. So the only quick grab is his sword. Everything else would take some time, and you see people running toward you right now.
It's time to go.
I'll grab the sword.
Okay, cool. So you all see Moonboy sprinting back with this huge, shiny, like curved, very ornately built sword.
Flute's like,
Windrider. Look,
Should I make sure he's dead?
he's dead, I think.
Oh, you gonna? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I rolled a 15.
You gonna double tap him?
You gonna double tap?
Yeah, I'm gonna double tap him.
whoa!
So as you see, okay, you see Moonboy running away from these like multiple widowers, kind of like coming out of stairs and down from these decks. One of them is like flying over, and Moonboy's running back with a sword in his hand, and then you just see a of a firebolt go straight into the ground, and then K.A.I walking back, and
Badass.
there is a. You all can now go all back down these staircases here, and you have exactly 6 seconds as you like a round of combat to make a decision down here of what you want to happen, and then there are going to be more people involved as you're in this lower area.
I give Ventress' sword to Flute, or Windrider rather. I say, here, look, it's a trophy from the man you killed. We decided you did it.
Like, what? What type of sword is this?
You can. It's a rapier.
mean, just like
it's a rapier. It's a rapier.
A rapier.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I was curious if I was proficient in it or not.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Is it fair to say that we're not fighting Felix currently?
Correct. You are down here. He's kind of like has this moment with you of like, yeah, I'm helping you out. He's like, come with me, and he pulls you down here, kind of imitating that he's being chased. And you go down these stairs and are now standing in front of this like circular doorway that is blue and kind of swirling. That is the portal you came through.
Oh, it's just right down the stairs.
I'm going to like nod and smile at Felix and give him a pretty charming smile, and I'm going to use my last spell slot and cast Charm Person on him. He has to make a Wisdom saving throw without advantage because we're not fighting him.
Okay, I'm gonna do this because I rolled a 15 on the dice, so I'm gonna find out what his modifier is, because I know exactly which stat block he is.
For those of you wondering what that cord was, Harlan is plugged directly into his computer. So
he's one with the computer.
So I need a 16 to hit your spell saving throw, correct?
No, my DC's lower. If you rolled a 15 and he has any
I thought it was
positive
15.
modifier, he makes it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He does a
mine's
positive
14.
modifier. Yep.
Yeah.
So he
Oh, yeah.
succeeds.
Oh, there goes a waste of a spell slot.
Well,
And he's gonna look at you all and say, he's gonna flip you this key, Kai, and he goes, "You all can leave, but he stays with me." And he like nods at Flute. I got you out of here, he says.
That wasn't, well, I don't know. I wasn't really there for the deal, but I'm going to guess that wasn't part of the deal.
It is the deal now.
we're changing the deal. What's this guy's deal? Is he our prisoner or what? I think he's our prisoner.
I'm not your prisoner. I'm
I
your
think you
savior.
are.
I just gave you
I
the
think
key
you're
out
our
of this
prisoner.
portal. I don't care what you think, little one. I just saved you, all right? Remember this next time you look at the widowers, all right? All you have is right now. I could have buried you. I could have locked this portal and no one would have heard of you.
You were
just would've-
outnumbered. You were scared.
Great. He says, fine.
So why did you bother to help us? Why didn't you let your goons overrun us?
Because with Ventress dead, this is a new world. And I don't mind another Spelljammer floating around causing a little chaos.
Right, so let us get our friends and we'll be on our way.
You've just done nothing but smirk in the face of the Widower's Flute. Or Windrider. And he's like, and then you try and double-cross me? This is just for my pride.
I'm just trying to get our friends back.
Well, I'm just trying to build something new, and with this crew that you have done nothing but attack us when we welcomed you with open arms.
With these prisoners that you have, you're going to get nothing but trouble. So, let us take them. That's one less headache for you.
Okay, you can roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Take it.
Oh, come on. Come back to me. Oh, so sad I got disadvantage because I had the nat 20.
Oh.
I got a 10.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, it's your choice. You've got the key. Sure, you can kill me right now if you want to, but remember, I am the person who walked you out of here. Give me him or kill me.
We're walking out of here together, or we're not walking out at all. And I'll step in front of Flute and do a big scary bug face with
Okay.
K.A.I in hand.
You can roll an intimidation check then. And you roll with advantage because he knows.
That is a... I don't do intimidating stuff very often. 16.
Okay, there you go. Got a 14. He looks at you and goes, all right. But this isn't over, Windrider. Just because you are walking out of here now doesn't mean you've seen the last of the Widowers, especially not now. And he turns and walks up the stairs. And you all can step back through the portal if you want.
The Moonboy makes fart noises as he walks away. With every step that he takes.
That's great. He looks back and starts it, and he's like, no. He swirls his green cloak and walks back upstairs.
Yes. I think there's a bathroom up there. Oh, weird.
Are you all stepping back through this portal?
Yeah, I
What
guess
about
so.
the
Yeah.
prisoners?
I'm out of
Oh,
spells, and
that's
I have
right.
I have 5 hit points, and I'm out of spells.
But we can take a short rest here.
Well, I don't think
Can
we can.
we?
In the middle of a pirate ship? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
mean,
this is kind of a split second decision, so I will say, like, if your character has something to say, this is, like, the time to say it, but if not, there are clearly widowers, like, he's, like, speaking to them at the top of the deck here.
Sure.
Is there
And where did Talon go? Did she come down here with us, or is she just roaming around up top?
Oh, yeah, she is kind of, like, sat on the edges of all this, and has just kind of been lurking in the corner and waiting to see if you all step through, and it's just like, she's clearly staying on the edge, but following you all.
Are we ever gonna have a chance to get on this ship again?
We came here to get the prisoners.
Came here
Is
to
there a
get the
place
prisoners.
to rest? Is there a room we could go hide in?
No.
No. We
I
could
know.
maybe find a place for a short rest that we can... I don't know. We need one.
We don't have time for a short rest anywhere. I mean, I don't know, like, what are we gonna lock ourselves in a room?
Yeah, I mean, if we're out of
right,
character, if
that's
we
it.
give them the slip and hide for, what, an hour?
I mean, I know of, based on what I saw in that cell with the one guy, the bird, and there was like a thing on the other side. Is that a two-way door? I wasn't quite sure what you were describing. The circle thing that he spun and he went through. The little
Yeah, it was a
map.
vault.
like a
It was
vault,
it's like a
big
bank
vault
vault. Yeah.
Okay, and he went into this vault.
But we
Yeah.
don't know.
He
but we
hadn't
don't know
fully
that you
opened
saw
it by
that.
the time you left. Yeah.
Yeah. I know a place. It's not a good ideal, but we might be able to get some help.
I'm in.
K.A.I, Windrider.
If we're going to do it, now is the time.
Yep.
All right.
Are those two dead bodies that Valerie killed still in this room?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Do either of them have a widower's patch anywhere on their
They both do.
clothing? Cool. I'll rip a widower's patch off the nearest one. And
Ooh, give me one.
yeah, rip off the other one and hand it to you.
All right. How can we make Felix think that we went through this portal?
We can set the ship on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Right now's the move. You gotta tell me what your
I-
character's doing. If
I
someone's making a
will-
strong decision, you gotta do it.
I will turn to the gal with the mechanical arm and
Talon.
say, Talon. I said, we walked through this portal.
Yeah.
And then I'll start going in the other direction. Back
Gotcha.
down to where I came from.
Right. Let's find. We gotta find a room.
Oh, she's like, wait, I'm coming with you guys. I killed him in front of him. I'm not.
Yeah,
Being a
that's true.
prisoner.
You're on the
Do you know
team.
this ship? Do you know this ship?
I don't know. I
Not
don't know
at all.
who this is, so it's yeah.
Let's go.
Wait! Let's make it look like we went through and go the other way.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I will I don't have anything I can leave behind. I don't carry shit around. Does anybody have like a piece of them
Yes.
I could leave
The
there?
moon boy takes off his shoes, and he leaves one in the room and throws the other through the portal.
Shoeless Joe Moonboy. Let's
Yes.
get out of here.
all right.
And you say like, Kai, can you roll an Arcana check real quick? It's
Yes,
not a hard
I was
one.
going to ask about that.
It's not a hard one, but
Natural 20.
okay. So
Most useless say.
Yeah.
the thing that was given to you is a small black bar that is clear. You're like immediately clocked the spot where it can, in the same way that the Dragonborn kind of like arched over the wall and it like opened up the wall to the portal. This same kind of casing is around this portal, and you just imitate that move as you recognize this as kind of being a simple shielding trick, and this wipes that away, and so then Moonboy can throw his shoe in, and Talon's like, let me step through. I'll go through and I'll tell everybody. If anybody asks me about it, then I'll tell them. I just don't want to die left here. Is that cool?
Cool, mate.
See ya. And she as the first yes, she stepped through. So like, see y'all around, and she kind of like nods and steps
Damn
through.
it.
Right.
So, and you got one
fine.
shoe through, and then the rest of you all just kind of popping off and walking deeper into the
Downstairs, yeah.
ship. Okay.
Yes, I will. Before we do that, I'm going to put a hand on Windrider's shoulder and be like, I know you looked. It'll be okay. And I will cast Cure Wounds on him at level 3, as a matter of fact.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and heal you for 5, 6, 12, for 16 HP.
Look at that.
That's almost my
Jason.
maximum.
Jason Wardell giving sound effects to the healing
Right?
dice being dropped. So as Talon steps through this portal and Moonboy chucks his shoe through and then turns and looks at the Windrider and shoots him a nice healing spell, the party kind of like looks at this moment of safety, sees widowers kind of like Felix crest the top and say, they got away through the portal. And with that, you all step deeper down into the ship, and we're gonna cut to break and then
Bummer.
finish off what happens here on the other side.
Oh boy.
It's okay.
Okay.
So now we're just gonna cut to a little intermission, and we'll be back in less than 5. And we're gonna play
think-
We're gonna show some art that we've had players or people make, different fans of the show,
Whoa, sweet.
and then we'll see on the other side.
Yeah, if you make art, send us your art, and we'll show your art on the drink pee break.
Yeah, do it. Great. All right, we're gonna
All right,
drink
everybody.
pee. All right, we are back here. I told the group on the break, it's not my fault now if they die. They spent the whole time planning. I've never seen you all take a faster break and coming back and immediately start planning. It was great.
Boy.
So here you are. You've done your best to throw the widowers off of your scent. You've dived deeper down into the ship here, and you see a familiar scene first off here. And I'm going to remind you all, you all have to move quick as you all are being chased here.
I think we're trying to move as quickly and quietly as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think this is just a thing I can do. I should have been using this so much more, but oh, it says a bonus action. Anyway, I'll do Chameleon Carapace and try and be as dex as possible.
Cool. And the thing you see are two. There's a left and a right of these kind of red, glowing, just hallways of doors, and in front of you is this great hall with a bunch of tables and chairs, and you can go any way that you want to. Klik, you kind of know the way, it's kind of right and straight. It will get you to the vaulted area that you were at before if you want to try and get there.
I think that's my first plan, is to get into the cell and free this guy, and maybe we have an extra dude who's helpful.
Cool.
Yeah, so I will lead them to the best of my ability back toward that cell.
All right, absolutely. Let's have you all do a group stealth check as you hoop down this hallway. Klik in the lead.
I think it's
17.
14.
15.
All right. You all are kind of moving down this hallway quickly and quietly, following this blur that is Klik, and you do the classic just like go to the doorway, and then wait for someone to kind of like walk through, and a widower kind of like comes running through with a sword, and you kind of get ready to attack it, and it just kind of jets down this hallway and curls off at the end to the right, and you all just kind of and walk down through this way as well, and just moving so quickly and out of the way here, and you're able to get up into this opening where Klik you were before, which are very exposed to this, so it's a quick thing, and there is the door leading into the vaulted area. If you want to try that, you can, and it is locked as you come over to it and try and open it. So there's a locked door in front of you. There's an open door to a dining area on your left. There's another door right to your like the northern section, and then there's also stairs that you saw before.
That go back up.
Yeah.
I might be able to unlock that door.
Well, do your best. I think that's going to be our best
All right.
plan.
I will lean down in front of the lock and examine it and find thieves' tools come out of my fingers.
Hell yeah.
Can I cast guidance on him for this?
Yes, absolutely.
Touch him.
I still have Bardic Inspiration also.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then that instead. I don't need to moonsplain.
And I'll moonsplain.
No,
I'll be
take
on
guidance
lookout.
for
I'm
sure.
gonna I've just got
Sure, I'll
I'm
cast
listening
guidance
for
as well.
footfalls in the hallway for sure.
Yeah.
Flute, you can do a perception check. Let's have you do a dexterity check. It can be sleight of hand as well if you'd like.
Sure. All
K.A.I?
right. Can I just make a thieves' tools check since I'm
absolutely.
proficient with them?
Yeah, absolutely. And
I got
Moonboy,
a
you kind of
9.
step over and add this shimmering arcane image to it.
Yeah.
That
The
is
Moonboy.
a 19.
Sick. With a 9, you hear footsteps coming down the hallway, but they're still a bit of ways, so you know that it's got to happen quick. Moonboy, you've cast this energy open, and K.A.I puts his finger down there, and it's just and you can almost feel the lock as it's an extension of yourself, and you find this tumbler, that tumbler, and that tumbler, and it just clicks open, and the door comes open. You can all just step into this room quickly if you'd like to, as you
Absolutely.
hear
Yep.
footsteps coming forward, and you pull it back and lock it behind you, and you hear a voice say, "Who the hell are you guys?" And that same person that you saw before, this mulleted widower, is standing there with no one else in the room, and it's just him and you all.
I will swing at him with my Githka.
I was gonna,
Yeah.
I just started to take out my patch and babble an excuse
Oh,
when
yeah.
you hit this dude with your Githka.
Can we try to knock him out? The Moonboy shout out like, "Klik, don't
Bonk
kill
him?
it!"
Can I bonk him real hard?
Sure, give me.
With
I'm
my
just
Githka?
gonna, for the sake
a
of
strength check?
speediness, I'm gonna keep initiative order. But you are before this dude, so you can absolutely go.
Bonk check.
Who goes first?
So yeah, I'm 9.
I'm gonna give you the first action here, just because you called it and
'Cause I
did it,
called
and,
it,
and
dibs.
he was not expecting anyone to be able to get in this
Yeah.
room. So I'm just
Do
gonna
it.
give you a very free surprise round. So go for it.
Cool. Well, I will try and hit him with the flat end of my Githka.
Go for it.
If we don't knock him out, he's getting on his dirt bike and escaping.
That's a 19 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Awesome. Am I doing damage? Am I doing a strength check? How do I knock him out?
You do damage, and since you can hit him in melee range, you can do non-lethal damage, where you're just basically like whacking him with the flat side of your blade, but you're still doing the same amount of damage.
Okay. Well, that is 11 slashing damage, technically.
Okay, cool.
Damage.
Bonkin damage.
She leans over and just cracks him on the side of the head, and right after he says, "Who the hell are you?" it just like splits his forehead, and you can see his eyes kind of like unfocus for a second, and he's still conscious, but oh boy, that took a big hit into him. So if you want to do
gotta-
your
Well,
bonus
I have
attack,
a second attack.
yeah,
Yep.
go for it.
Give him the old whack.
There you
Whack,
go.
whack.
Say,
That's
I'm going
20
to bonk him on top of the head with one of my
27
thunder
to hit.
gauntlets.
Was that
Oh,
a
yeah.
crit?
No, it's 20. I rolled a 19.
Dang.
but I have a
Fighters.
+8 attack modifier. That is just 8 damage.
And that'll do it with that. As you are able, you see him kind of just like stumble, and with that you have an easy just flip around of the Githka and bonk him on the other side, and he just lands flat on the ground like someone jumping into bed. And you are in a quiet room.
Tie him up.
Can I dig around for keys?
Absolutely. Do that. You can do that investigation check with advantage.
And what was the card that Felix gave us?
Oh, that was a small bar too. That was
It's a key.
basically
Sort
letting
of
you go
thing.
in and out of that portal. Yeah, it's like a key card.
15,
right.
15 on investigation.
It's not hard for you to quickly figure out that this guy is not expecting any of this. He is here doing his daily job, is not hiding his keys because this is routine for him. So you fish into his pocket and you pull out a ring of 3 keys.
Cool.
Is this guy about my size? Mullet man? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put his clothes on.
Cool.
Sorry,
He's
you guys have to see my Windrider underwear.
Oh, give us a tiny little PG
Give us a taste.
flavor of
They're skull and crossbones briefs.
Sweet.
It's
So
another
cool.
wig down below.
No.
Yeah, I've got a merkin sticking out of my skull and crossbones briefs.
Cuffs and collars. I guess it would reveal that the fabric doesn't match the drapes, as they say. We would be like, but why is it blue? Or why is it blonde? Flute?
That's how Moonboy finds out, is when he finally sees my pubes.
That his pubes are golden and curly, like the hair of... Oh my god!
Case, can you cut to break again? Can you cut to break again?
So insane.
Sorry, I should
Sorry, that was my bad.
Carpet doesn't match the drapes, is what I was obviously looking for. I'm a professional speaker.
I will snag the keys and try the door that he had opened before.
What?
Okay,
Can we
so
peek in it?
sure.
Is there like a hole?
You see a vault door in front of you, and if you look for keyholes, it kind of looks like a ship's wheel, and except inside of each of the pizza pie cuts between it is a different keyhole, and there are 6 keyholes and 3 keys.
Neat.
What?
Okay, I turn to Windrider and just hand him the keys.
I'll immediately hand them to Kai. As I'm pulling up the pants.
I will try to solve this puzzle. I'm going to take a look at this door.
Klik,
Great.
didn't you say you saw him put a key into one of these holes?
Now-
I was sneaking. I was
Sorry.
very busy.
Just to clarify for my mind palace, we are in kind of an antechamber next to this vaulted room with this kind of porthole window in it.
And there's
Yes.
a wall with a mana chains on it, I think.
And that's on the other side of the vaulted door.
Yeah, so you know what? I put this notepad here for this reason, so I'll just do this real quick.
Great.
So are we in the room with the chained guy, or is the chained guy behind the wheel?
I think that one.
You were in the room with the chain guy before. You can see the
Yes.
spot where the chain guy was locked up. He is no longer there.
Oh.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like this kind of space where this is the vaulted door. This is like the door that you all came through. The chained guy was over here before, chained up against the
Okay.
wall. And
Okay,
the guy
but
went
he's
over
not
here,
here.
and he's not in there anymore.
Okay.
You can see
Okay,
the spot
so-
where he was.
So
But we have-
hypothetically, he's
okay.
behind the vault. I know he was opening the vault. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's take our short rest here, huh?
This seems like as safe as it's gonna get.
Yes.
Or do we try and get through the door and take a short rest in there?
I mean,
Can we see through the vault at
I
all?
don't want
0%.
I don't want to metagame too much, but we shouldn't overlook the fact that the DM said this is a quiet, safe, seemingly safe spot. Can we Could
I don't know if I said safe. I definitely said quiet.
he did?
Now it's
he
not
did,
gonna be.
He did say quiet that you could potentially. Let's not overlook that, is what I'm saying. Could we potentially roll a survival check or something to see if this is maybe a good spot? I hate to ask for a roll, but...
No, you can ask for... you can... Yeah, let's have you roll... I would have you roll a perception check as you're trying to gauge the level of intensity outside of the room and its interaction with the door. Like, are there people pounding on the door? Are there people trying to figure out how to get in? And yeah, so...
While that's
perception.
happening, I'm definitely examining this door.
Yeah.
Let's have you do an investigation check then on the door.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Sure.
All right.
And I'm going to put Mullet Boy into my pirate onesie, and I'm going to hang him in the manacles on the wall.
Cover his face.
Hey.
Ooh. Cover his face or something. Put a bag on it.
Do we have a bag?
Let me see. The Moonboy has an old bag of Doritos, Cool Ranch.
No,
Just the
he does
bag.
not.
The moon bag?
The moon bag. moon chips.
Moon chips.
Doritos are
Moon
not
chips.
canonical. They're not.
Cool. I'll put a bag of moon chips on his head.
No, we don't have that. That was a joke.
I'll toss you the widower patch that I took off that guy, Moonboy.
Cool. He
You
licks
have-
it.
you have three
Sticks it to
now.
his forehead.
We've got 3.
What,
That was a 26. Sorry, no. 20, yeah. 23. To perceive.
It definitely does not. You do hear commotion outside of this door, but it's hard to hear because the door. It seems like the area that you are in is very thick. Like the walls are very thick, and there seems to be no interaction with the door. And let me see. With a 23, you know that you could definitely get away with a short rest here. But that does not promise that they won't figure out that you're in here by the time that you're done with a short rest. I'm not like even trying to telegraph that to you as a DM because I will have to roll for it too. But they are absolutely kind of doing a double check of the ship, even though the portal situation has happened. So there doesn't seem to be an active war or anything going out. Happening outside of you.
I will tell this to the others. I think we could get away with it.
Okay. Well, I don't need a short rest, so I can stay like awake here. I would be awake anyway.
we don't have
But
to sleep.
we don't have to sleep. But also, I'm like full HP, no spell slots, so I'm
Cool.
just gonna stay alert.
Cool.
I'm I'm examining this door real quick
Yeah.
to
I'll
see if I think we can even open it.
Absolutely.
Cross-legged on the floor, I want to examine Ventress's sword, and I'll spend this hour with it on my lap and
Okay.
paying attention to it.
All right. So that means you're not going to take a short rest, though.
I thought we were taking the short rest.
Yeah, but if you're going to
Yeah,
spend
it's sword
it,
or rest.
yeah, it's sword or rest.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Because you have to be not doing anything, and something will. I'm like kind of giving it away, but something will happen. You will attune to the sword, and if
Right.
you attune,
No,
to
I'll do the
spend
short
attune.
rest, and I will hum the Song of Rest. So anybody that heals gets an extra D6 if you use any hit
Cool.
dice, which I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Get
but,
all my bardic inspirations back,
yes.
Sick.
and I get a pretty good.
I get both of my astral shapes back. If I
Really?
remember this correctly.
I want to examine this door before I rest so that I can use my bardic inspiration.
Cool. You go for it. Give that door an examination.
What do I need to roll?
You can roll a investigation check. Yeah, because it's yeah.
I can't help.
What is your bardic inspiration? Give me again. D6
One
or
D8.
D8? D8. And I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Dog on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Dog on
Good
screen.
luck.
Circling me. What's up, bud?
You're being herded.
Yeah, he's mad. He hates Dungeons and Dragons. He's a
With
joke.
bardic inspiration, it's a 27.
Nice, nice.
Well, I'll just give you the Dungeon Master's Guide to this door, and with over 25 on this. There are 3. It is clear to you. You know, Kai, you go into this state of this is what you've got. You read all of this situation like a book because you can almost like envision the person who made this making this in this setup of it. And with over 25 too, you see words, like a single word written above each keyhole in a different language. And you don't even need to read the language to see that 3 of them are traps and will set off either an alarm. They have like a magical substance to them that will be problematic for you all. And there are 3 of them that are the actual keyholes. And you're like, amateur's work, kind of. Like you see it and you're like, okay, bud, I've read that guide too. No big deal. And you can immediately see which 3 keyholes they are, which are the like 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 5 o'clock keyholes.
Great.
And you can just whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm just giving you that trap because you rolled so high.
Click, my dude.
Yeah.
So
Thank God.
as
But we're resting
we're
here before opening save.
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't have to open it. You just know
Yeah.
which ones you want. Yeah.
and as we're doing this, the Moonboy is sitting there and he's kind of humming a moonish tune, and he's like, I feel it feels like the moon is here. I know the moon said that it was a terrible idea to come through here, but it feels like the moon is here. Can't you feel it? Doesn't it feel like we're sitting under the light of the moon?
I'll give Moonboy a pretty game nod, even if I don't feel it.
It's strange. I haven't felt it in so long.
When was the last time you felt it?
I feel it when I look in the hat, sometimes, but this is different. It's like, I don't know. It's like it's out of the hat. That's impossible.
Maybe it's behind this door.
Ah!
Maybe there's a moon in the vault.
Oh, I thought you said maybe it's behind me.
Maybe the widowers stole the moon.
Oh my
It's a Pinky in
God.
the Brain episode.
Kai, you've been reading my blog, which is what I call
Diary?
the
Yes.
book,
Oh.
which is what I call the book that I spilled beef stew and chocolate on, which I call blog. It's a conspiracy notebook.
Very good.
Okay.
So we're resting. What does
Yeah.
Song of Rest give us?
An extra D6,
Extra D6.
of healing if you
Per
use any
hit die?
hit dice.
Or
Yeah,
just
you have to
per hit dice?
heal. No, just
Oh.
in addition to.
Hachi-machi.
But you have to take some healing to get the benefit. You can't just take the 1d6.
Right. No, I'm
Let me
definitely
just double
spending-
check. It's not per hit dice. That would be crazy.
I'm spending hit dice.
Cool.
Yeah, I spent all of mine,
Me too.
but I'm feeling
Yeah, it has
healthy.
to be hit dice, and you get the 1d6 at the end.
I'd like to suggest that we all take a moment to rip off a piece of our clothing and, like, tie it around our fists or maybe our heads, like a headband. It's like we're beaten up, but we're coming back.
Right.
Montage. Rip it.
Montage. You get it. We're like, dressing our wounds, etc.
Yeah, I'll take off my pink satin eye patch and I'll wrap. I'll
Nice.
take Moonboy's advice and wrap cloth around my face instead.
Yeah, the Moonboy wraps a torn piece of his pants around his fists.
Cool. So you all are sitting in this room, just like, truly, you barged on here. Everything happened so quick and fell apart so quickly. This person that has been built up to you by Goliathan, this mysterious character who came from another world and has through most of this last trip with him inspired such fear in him that he has been clammy and shaking just as the thought of this person like close on his trail again, and he jumped onto the ship and defeated him. And then a widower who you, Flute, would knew as chaotic and cruel, and inside of this big organization of chaotic and cruel people, was giddy at the idea of this person being out of the world again, and the idea of you all causing this. And you all looked at the door out and chose to go back in for people most of which you've barely spent time with, but feel loyalty to. And you have this moment to reflect on it inside of the ship as you are truly locked in and feeling silence. And with that, you kind of like come out of it, and K.A.I, you probably explained to the party too that you know how to get through this door, and you can, if you want to, you can just stick all 3 keys in, turn them, and like twist. And
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Whatever's behind this door.
Cool.
I will brace myself first in front of the door with my gift gun in hand.
Cool. And yeah, you step up there first, kind of like letting K.A.I pull back the door, but as he pulls it back, you are the first person up and in it.
Yeah.
And you see, as you pull it back, you see what looks like lockers almost that you can see through. And it is the first person you recognize is clearly Swan, who's up there in front of you all. This moss humanoid, this big burly friend of Goliathan, who's on screen here. Jordan, I love this art so much.
Yeah.
Old friend of Goliathan, and who's manacled up here in this spot. And he's the first one you see, and he sees you, and he goes, "Well, hot damn, it's good to see you all." And you hear a little voice go, and which K.A.I, you clearly clock in your brain as, "I told you they would come."
Yes.
And
yes.
you see, you hear a sweet song of Atalia, the grasshopper queen, rubbing her legs together in kind of like a celebration, and even Garlic is like, "Okay,
Garlic.
it is good." This like tree trunk humanoid. It's like, it looks like an actual stump, and was hot-headed and mean to you all. But he's he's like,
we kind of thrashed his place, right? If I recall.
Yeah.
We sort of beat up. We sort of killed a couple of his buddies.
He killed one of his doormen, basically.
Well,
he's
throttled our friend.
He's grumpy, but he's even like, all right. And and then you see Leaf, this like small, scraggly bush humanoid locked up here, and goes, "I guess they were my friends. You're right," he says over to Swan. And
Sorry, I'm weeping.
I was fully ready to kick this door open and die. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, thank you.
Better than you might say.
I'm not. I'm
okay.
not.
All right.
I think we're all
checking.
always
Yeah,
dancing
I was just
around it.
checking.
We're like, boy, I feel like regular heroes would have just gone home right there, but we kept on. You could, boy, yes.
I'm very careful to not say heroes too much.
Never once have said it in the recap.
So here you are in this room of the 5 folks who you came here to rescue.
Close the door, quick.
Well, wait. Don't close the door all the way.
Well, put like a card in it or something. Does anybody have a baseball card or like a magic?
Let's get them and get out of here and stick that jail keeper in here for good measure.
That's a great idea. Yeah, okay, I think we as fast as possible set about that exact thing.
Get them unlocked. Get this guy in here.
Do any of you have any ability to hide? To
fight, teleport?
Yes, can anybody turn us all into birds? Embirdment, I think, is the name of the spell.
You hear K.A.I, you hear the your own voice say back to you. Oh wait, sorry, it was Windrider who said, "Do you have any ability?" And you hear another voice go, "Yes, I do." And you look over to the other to the other person in this room, which is this black-beaked, black-feathered humanoid locked up as well, and is nodding like, I do have an ability." And it says in like this old woman's voice.
Would I know what a kinku even is?
Well, I mean,
two of you can roll history checks if you would like to. It's not a hard check, but I would still like to have you roll.
I was hoping this was Joanne Cacao from the Repos and Leaves
I'm
game.
the guy, but I rolled a 10.
a cacao.
19.
All right.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Flute. You have dealt with kinkus before, and you immediately marked that this is a kinku.
But this is not this was no character who we were supposed to come rescue, right?
Nope, not at all. No association, but is here.
Enemy
Well,
of my
guess what?
enemy. Let's
Congratulations.
go, pal.
You're getting a free rescue. This is
Rescue!
a taste.
It says just back to you. Yeah.
I like him. He's like a talk boy.
I like them.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to
what's your
start.
name? What's your name, friend?
And you hear a deep growling voice go, "Wicked."
Oh,
Right.
rule.
I'm Windrider. This is Moonboy. That's K.A.I. That's Klik.
Yeah.
Click. It says back in your voice. Click. K.A.I. Moonboy. Nods. And
Cool.
Garlic goes, "We don't know him, just to be clear."
If he can get us out of here, he's our new friend.
He can mimic any noise he's heard. He could come in handy for a distraction.
Yes.
I'm going to get to work unlocking people's manacles if I can.
Cool. I will have you roll one check of your choice, kind of. You can do the same sleight of hand check, and depending on how you do, if you get one of the yield K.A.I natural 20s, you get them all quickly. If not, you're gonna have to use another skill to unlock a couple of them.
Okay.
Is there anything, like, do the keys help at all, or is this just, we're just picking all these locks?
Yeah, the keys do not help. It seems like it's a separate system for security
Okay.
reasons. Yeah.
That is an 18.
An 18, yeah, you have no problem getting them except for whooshes and this Kinku Wicked also is giving you trouble because they seem to have something that if you even get your hands close to, don't allow you to use any magic to aid yourself. Not that you would need it, but it kind of like throws you off as it's clearly designed to stop casters from doing their thing.
All right. Can I try to tinker myself a solution?
Absolutely.
Using my tinker's tools?
I would love that.
While he does that, I don't know, I kind of just want to make sure nobody's coming. I want to peek through the porthole.
Yeah, sure. There's no porthole.
I just want to peek out through the hall then.
Yeah. So you haven't closed the vault door behind you. It's just
No.
this one main door. Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll for that then.
I'll put my hand on Kai's shoulder and say,
You've got this, K.A.I, and
give you bardic inspiration again.
All right. I'm going to save that because I got an 26.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. No problem. Kind of when you get that this anti-magic is a part of their shackles, you've dealt with this again many a times, and you're easily able to kind of worm your way inside of the contraption and the little bit of imbued magic that is a part of this, and dissipate it just by like severing the right metaphorical arcane wires. And poop, both of them kind of pop out and down from out of these individual shackles. And Moonboy, what'd you get on that perception check?
12.
Before he tells you, I'm just gonna be up with Moonboy toward the door.
Cool. Yeah, you hear absolutely nothing.
Okay.
There's just like no sound outside at this
I
point.
don't hear anything. Klik, do you hear anything?
What do your bug ears hear?
Klik, what do your bug... What are those ears? Or what are those things? Can you use them to hear?
I assume it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll a perception check too. Absolutely. Go for it.
It is a natural 1.
Yeah.
I don't have ears.
Your ears fall off.
I don't have them. You have no ears.
Yeah, in fact, when you lean forward to listen, you like bonk your head against the door, and it like makes a noise, and you're just like, "Oh shoot!" And, like you both listen, and like nothing responds. But there was a moment of like, "Oh shit!"
A real Harry and Marv
I
moment.
was trying to help. Okay.
So this crew, out of their shackles, kind of looks at you and is like, "Wait," and Whoosh walks up to you, kind of is like, and you translate it immediately in your mind as, "So did you kill all of them, or do you need us to fight too?"
Not quite all of them. Hopefully we'll be able to run away. Sneak / run away. But if it comes to it, we may need help fighting, yes.
Yes, we're in the running away phase of the plan.
They don't know we're here, but they knew that we were here.
Yes.
I think we left.
We
but
killed
didn't.
their boss.
Well, we wouldn't be here I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. Like,
Well,
garlic.
that's why we're here.
I know. We're even. We're even after this.
We
he
came
says.
back for you guys and for my shoes. He winks at Whoosh.
He looks at you and goes.
I don't know what he's saying, but I'm picking it up and I'm nodding along and I feel the whole thing. Yes.
These, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go for it.
These manacles that they were in, were they attached to the wall, or were they just like free?
Very
manacles?
attached to the wall. It would take some work to get them off, and it might like destroy them in the process. But you can try it.
Are there any freestanding chains, manacles around here?
No, in fact, there's like noticeably nothing in the antechamber, and in the chamber itself. Also, there's like nothing except for like shower drains kind of at the bottom of each cell, and for reasons you don't want to think about.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Time to
tie
go.
Wait, what are they for?
Jailer up in one of those. and
Wait.
Let's go.
They're for peeing.
Yeah.
What are the drains for?
Pee.
Oh,
Pee in the
no. Oh, right in their pants.
Swan goes, "I'll tell you when you're older, buddy."
Nice. How much
Okay.
older? Now.
I will.
Now.
I will
Just
go
kidding.
and grab the guard guy and bring him in here to remanacle him.
Yes.
Cool. Yep. Click, click, boom. He
Latrines.
is locked up.
All right.
And yeah, so they nod and they're like, "Yeah, okay, we're with you." Swan's like, it's not my first time sneaking out of a place. It's not my first time punching out of a place, so I'm happy to help. And Whoosh is like, and it's like clearly thumbs up. Atalia rubs her little legs together and is nervous, but is like nodding along. Garlic shaking his head, but like also down. And Leaf, the bush humanoid, looks up at you all and it's like, "Well, I'm with you, fellas," and kind of nods.
All right.
And
We're
I'm
going
gonna
to make
turn to the Kiku and say, "You said you could help."
I can help. It says like in your translated voice from the translator.
This guy's got a crazy voice.
Yeah.
It can
He sounds
mimic
like a
any
real
sound,
weirdo.
Any sound it's heard.
What is that?
We're going to make our way to a portal that leads to, unfortunately, a widower bar, and
Well,
from there we're going to
Are
leave.
we, though? I guess that would be we would still have the element of surprise. They think we're in front of them. We could just bail back through that thing.
Unless they've had communication through the portal.
Let's
You
follow
guys,
the camp.
wait, you guys, hold on. Actually, I slipped. So I had been keeping close track of something, and with a short rest, I missed this. So I'm gonna do it now before you get out of this room.
Damn it.
You
Time for
hear
the 12 o'clock gassing. Sorry.
The ship flips upside down.
Yeah.
No. You hear over your walkie-talkie a voice say, "Y'all still alive?"
Yeah.
Goliath.
Captain,
Yeah. Y'all still out there?
The
we're in the
Moonboy.
arch. We've got the prisoners.
Yeah. Moonboy clicks in and he goes, "It's pretty sticky. We killed Ventress. He's dead. We think."
Huh. And you just hear like half vomit that is like just shock. That is just like a choke of like not knowing what's happening. And you go, "Well, we'll talk about that later, but
Can you get us out of here?
you give me the word. I can't promise I can get us out of here. This thing's big and it's got guns, but we're hanging out close. So
Yeah.
you say the word and we'll pull
You
this
can-
string."
Is the arch airborne or in the water?
Oh, it's way up high. He
Good to
says,
know.
Right.
But Goliathan, I don't know much about Rocky Talkies or magic. That's not true, I guess. But still, are you able to maybe? Can you maybe what am I looking for? Zero in on our Rocky Talkies? Is that a thing? Is there a Find My Friends
Wait,
app?
What about this?
If you can land
There
on
aren't
the
lifeboats
dock.
on this ship. If Goliathan flies underneath the arch, we drop a lifeboat with us in it, right onto the deck of the dinger, and fly away.
That's a great idea.
He's like, "You don't want me to roll up deck to deck to try and y'all jump on? You want me to go below? Is that what you said?"
That's pretty serious.
We don't
Yeah.
know how to get to the lifeboats.
Guns up on the top deck.
Yes, we're going to be going down, I think. Up is sort of not negotiable.
He says, "All right, that's good, because those harpoon guns are big." And you hear Relic's voice go, "Yeah!" Like just thinking about trying to take it on all the ballista shooters that they have versus his one, and he's clearly worried about it. But yeah, I have been keeping close track, and I lost it with the hour of like he would have arrived. So kind of like as you came out of the long rest, he made his presence known. That they,
Okay.
when you went across the walkie-talkie, they all kind of like were flagged with that.
Well, let's find these lifeboats.
So yeah, I'm gonna call it there, and you all can find out what's on the other side of this door, and if you can get out of this ship to your dinger, which is close at hand.
Ugh, I just looked
week.
down and saw what time it was, and I was like, "We've been playing for like 15 minutes. What's happening?"
I know, this one flew by.
Wow,
Really
that could have
did.
gone so much worse.
That's incredible.
I truly do not think there was a session when I had as little idea what was about to happen as this one. So, good job, y'all. You did great.
I mean, yeah, there was a second where we, I didn't say it, but I was like, maybe going back to that vault room is a bad idea. And, I'm glad I didn't.
I found the prisoner room because I
You did it.
wandered away.
Yeah. Good thing.
Yeah. I know. I mean, you rolled your way into it too. It was good. That was good.
Fully.
Wow. Thanks
that's-
everybody for watching.
That's why splitting your party is not that bad sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a risk.
Well,
it's
it
a
was-
risk.
It's still,
But-
it still aged me like 2 years, for sure.
Whatever. You
It
killed
was
the big
exciting.
It was good. We're still not out of
You
it,
guys
though.
didn't
Yeah,
need
we're
me.
still in the pickle jar.
Oh,
This
you
is, that's a good place to be, right? That's where you want to be? That's a metaphor for in a good place. Safe, protected.
But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I love seeing chat fly by. I feel like the more involved our game is, the less responsive I get to beat you all in the moment, but I still see it all, and it's just like wonderful and funny, and I'm very thankful for it. I also found my Nalgene this week, which I had lost. and I'm sad about.
Yeah!
All right. Welcome back.
Good, so
Dang.
Chad's drunk.
Welcome back.
That's my
Nice.
plug for this week, is my Nalgene bottle. So if anybody else has any plugs they want to throw out there. Do it.
Harlan, I have a talk show where we chat with people that run tabletop role-playing games right here, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. It's always fun. It's a 30-minute show. You want to talk about someone that flies by, the dungeon flies by, for sure.
It really does.
And,
Absolutely.
yeah. think we're gonna have some more special one-offs this month, so keep an eye out for those. We're gonna play another 10 Candles. We're gonna play another Repos
Oh my
of
god,
Leaves
10 Candles was so great, by the way.
stream.
We're gonna do it
that was
again.
a good test drive. So we're gonna do it
That's
again
totally
now that we've ironed out the wrinkles.
Very spooky. One more shout out to Big Top Studios for making it all happen. I would also like to pitch my own personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RazorLou. I put in a bunch of new animations. We're having a lot of fun over there. There's a schedule now, and there's going to be continued improvements. There's new emotes coming and stuff. I've really been leaning into that. So
He's been doing art for the channel on there too.
We do art for the
Those
channel
are so
on there.
fun. I love the art streams.
It's a bunch of fun, totally. And people have been popping in and kind of helping to guide it, so it's been a lot of fun. And
come shape the show.
helpful. Oh, did we throw up the one that I gave you today?
No, it's coming next week. So
okay.
I'm holding it for when you're back in Firma right now. Because
It's-
you inspired me to do that too because of
Great.
the specifics you gave it. I was like,
It came out really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Clooney McRoy and KMW came in and Adam P too.
Yeah, good work. And just one more, just to dig in for a tiny second. Big Top is the reason we can have this amazing soundtrack from Jason Wardall. We can have Case doing all these amazing things on our stream and have this specific art. So, truly shout out to Big Top.
Totally.
love you.
You can also catch me on my podcast, The Commander Sphere. It's about Magic the Gathering. It's a whole lot of fun, and we have some very exciting stuff coming up, including, here's a sneak peek, we're going to do a D&D, a couple of episodes in Theros. So Dan is gonna DM, and we're going to have a series of D&D episodes. So
Sweet.
Oh,
Awesome.
hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Cool. All right.
That's killer.
I think that's it then. Anybody last call? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Oh wait, I got one more. Everybody's favorite hot mean tiefling is on Fight Island this week. Check out Eliza on my podcast, Fight Island, this week. It was a real hitter. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Are you guys just going to fight about whether or not you betrayed her or she betrayed
Yeah.
you?
We hash out the beef up top. We talk about it, and then we fight.
Boy.
And then we fight vampires, and it's all Fright Island this month, so it's spooky topics.
Fun.
Ooh, that rules.
I'm glad that beef got squashed. Okay. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next week. We'll see if
Bye,
I
everybody.
can kill these folks or not.
We love
be
you.
back. See you later.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Better than heroes.